Group studying can be disastrous, but with structure, it can actually be productive. So there are two major benefits from study groups: accountability and collaboration. But most study groups only achieve accountability. You see, what happens is that the gang gets together with some Taco Bell and they work together quietly, maybe with a Pomodoro timer, and if everyone is working on separate projects, then that's as good as it's gonna get. But if you're like me, you might end up watching YouTube or doing whatever it is that's happening here. But when studying groups, in order to achieve collaboration, we need to share knowledge and work together. Because just having more brains at the table doesn't necessarily mean that more learning is happening. In the hospital, one of my duties is to respond to emergencies. For example, if someone dies, we call a code, we deliver CPR, and we try to revive them. Yes, it can be as stressful as it sounds, but thankfully I don't need to do this alone. There's a person who keeps time, they have a clock, and they tell us exactly when to deliver medications. We have a pulse checker who performs CPR and assesses the patient. And as a physician, I'm responsible for calling the shots and directing the crew. So as stressful as the situation is, things can run pretty smoothly. And I realize now the key to effective teamwork is when everyone has a clearly defined role. It's just more chaotic and dangerous when a bunch of people are frantically yelling, "How can I help?" or "What can I do?" So how can this be applied to studying with other people? The first thing you want to do is make sure everyone has a clearly defined role in the group. It's too hectic when everyone is talking over each other or doing multiple things when we should all be really focusing on one session together. I'd also say to keep the group lean. No more than 5 people. In my experience, the magic number is 3, because just like running a code, there are 3 distinct roles to delegate. There should always be a teacher, a student, and a timer. Or the carry, support, and healer. Or master, padawan, and droid. Whatever you want to call it, the point is that every time we switch topics, we want to rotate roles so that everyone gets a chance to be the teacher. The teacher leads the current topic. They decide which topic or which chapter to teach the rest of the group. Useful skill builds for the teacher role are the Feynman technique and mind mapping. To get the most benefit from playing the teacher role, practice teaching from memory without relying on any notes. And as you're teaching, you can use a whiteboard or a piece of paper to map out the ideas visually. We have a full video about the most effective teaching strategies that you can watch right here. As the teacher, hopefully you did your homework and know your stuff, or else it's gonna get awkward up there real fast. And actually, I wouldn't recommend group study unless you're all prepared. So choose your guild wisely, otherwise you're collectively wasting each other's time. The next role is the student. This is the person who has their laptop and notes open, and the role is to make sure the teacher is spitting out true facts. Useful skill builds for the student include higher order learning and using control find to quickly look things up. If an explanation is lacking too much context, the student should ask why. Why is that important? How is this relevant? And help the group connect small ideas to the bigger picture. If an explanation doesn't make sense, the student should ask clarifying questions, either by politely raising their hand, pinging the voice channel, or throwing carrots at the teacher, depending on the relationship. In the third role, the timer controls the clock. They're responsible for making sure that everyone in the group is staying on task. Useful skill builds for the timer are Pomodoro and focus mode. If an explanation rambles on or goes on a tangent, the timer must help the team regain focus. On the other hand, if the timer notices that the current topic is high yield or important for the test, then they can extend the current session or make a note to come back later. Group study sessions can definitely become battlegrounds for challenging each other's ideas, constructively, of course, but don't get too lost in the weeds and lose track of time. So based on Pomodoro principles, the timer should also make sure that the team gets an adequate 5 to 10 minutes of break after every hour of studying to kind of stretch your legs and grab snacks and energies. After the teacher finishes teaching a main topic and all concerns are resolved, we rotate roles to give every group member a chance to teach, to ask questions, and to hold the tomato. When it comes to roles, there should always be a teacher and a student. So if your group has only 2 people, then have the student also be the timer. Sounds fun, right? Well, let's see it in action from our first year rookies at Cajun Koi Academy. There he is, late as usual. All right, listen up guys. Dibs on teacher. Any objections?
Yeah, you're gonna have to bring me back up to speed. Like, what are we even reviewing today?
Yeah, just look at the agenda. Kai set up a couple days ago. Kai, you good on me being teacher first? Kai, are you there? Also, can you turn your camera? We can't see you. What are you doing?
I can explain.
You know we have a group study session this time every week, right?
I'm sorry, I know, but dude, the McRib, is going on farewell tour, and this might be my last chance to try it. Ever.
What are you talking about? They always do this. It's a scare tactic, man. It's how they get you.
I know, it's working. I'll be super quick, I promise. Just make me timer anyways. I'm watching the clock, yeah?
Can you just go afterwards? Kumar, back me up here?
Oh yeah, can you give me one too actually? And a McSpicy and small fry.
Cool, okay, bye.
To understand how the nervous system works, I like to break it down into two parts, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system includes the brain and the spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system is broken up further into two parts, the somatic and the autonomic nervous system.
Right, but what's the difference between the central and the peripheral nervous system?
Can you raise your hand instead of just interrupting me?
What? How do I do that? Oh.
Okay, to answer your question, the overall function of the nervous system is to send signals between the brain and the rest of the body. Think of it like Amazon delivery. The central nervous system is headquarters, and the peripheral nervous system is the driver delivering the
Haha,
packages.
I win.
What are you guys doing?
1 hour later.
All right, if you guys have no other questions, I've prepared some practice questions.
What, you made practice questions? How long did you spend on this?
Like 5 minutes. Okay, so I know this question is like bottom of the pyramid, lower order learning type of stuff, but if you guys have even been paying an ounce of attention.
Dude, some of these are hilarious. Wait, did you see this one of Matty here? Oh, sorry, what was the question again?
Come on, man. We're still on the first topic here.
Yeah, my bad, but keep going. I think you're crushing it. And by the way, Kai's supposed to be keeping time anyways, right? All right, that's time. 1 hour has passed. We should probably take a break and stretch so we don't overwork ourselves and burn out.